Welcome, everybody. I'm back, hardcore. It's been a while. Yes, it has. Yeah, in that time, I built just a little farm for all of our berries, well, the berry bushes that I have. Set up a farm here, and as you can guess, get this out of the way, we have some building to do, yeah. So, alongside, while I eat these berry bushes, alongside building this, I thought, hey, let me make my life even more difficult and set up a Tinker station. Now, you're gonna probably be asking, what is Tinker's construct? Well, if you're new to modded Minecraft or new to add-ons and as such, in a way, Tinker's construct is just a slight different to regular Minecraft. Wow. So yeah, Tinker's construct just basically allows us to smelt down ores, mostly, yeah, just raw ores and such, and combine ores into new tools and such. I'm saying and such a lot. So, first thing you're gonna want is to make. So, when it comes to Tinkers, you're gonna need a couple of things: seed brick, and well, that's actually about it to start with. Seed brick and copper. So, what you do is you want to mix. I don't have any. Actually, I do. Yes, I do. You'll need gravel, sand, and clay. These are important. These three things is the basically the foundation. If I actually grabbed enough of it, or if I grab the gravel, this is basically the foundation of grout. Grout, when smelted, turns into say bricks. Now you can also create cracked or all of this. Those are just decorative. What we want is the grout. So, and then once you get the grout, actually, I don't need both of those to be smart. I only need one more. There are also books that we need. So, if you remember in the first episode, I showed just a brief guide of what this is. This is the materials and you book. This book basically teaches you the basics of Tinkers. And by basics, I mean basics. This is like tier 1 materials and bindings. And then it'll go into detail on what each tool can do. The cleaver is the most important thing. Cleaver, pickaxe, and hand axe are what we're looking for. Actually, I never read that. Wait. Okay, so it's like, okay. And then the bow, obviously, too. You've got bows. Now, these are the tier 1 materials. We're going to be skipping these materials. Why? Because we're going straight into tier 2, if not, hopefully, by the end of the day, tier 3. We're also going to need a bunch of sugarcane. I say a bunch, we're not going to need that much. We're going to need 2 books. So if we make 2 more books, we can actually make the second guides. Yes, we got 1 for that, and then this. Right. So now we've got the seed bricks. What you do is actually let me just get rid of the copper there. There's my inventory. Yeah. By the way, just so you're aware, your inventory can get clogged up very quickly with this stuff. There is a lot. So we'll put this tier 1 book back. Did a lot of resource gathering, by the way, for this. It is quite a lot. And we'll go to the second book, which is the smeltery. This is, so as you can see, this is how we make the grout. And then there's all of these. These are design options. We might be using these in the future, which would be looking really nice. So the melter. So this is the important part. I'm not gonna show you how. I'm not gonna use it, but this is basically how you start it. So this is the melter. Obviously in the book, it shows you. It takes 4 seed brick, so 3 seed brick, which is 12 seed brick. Seed brick blocks. It takes 3 of those. 3 seed brick. No, 4 seed bricks, and 1 bit of glass, 1 seared glass, which is this, which is 4 more seared brick, and a furnace. And what it does is it basically melts ores up to iron. That's important. Up to iron. And so then it takes coal to fuel up, and that's basically how you do it. So now, obviously, we're going to need, and this is important, buckets. You've got the faucet to draw it out, and casting table. We won't be, and then this is also where we get the alloy crafter, which is how we're gonna create some more alloys. There. Then we got the modifying bench here. And actually, while we're here, let me just briefly make all the other stuff. So we're gonna need yeah, we're gonna need the crafting station, which isn't the most important, but we're now gonna need we're probably gonna need actually a lot more of these. Yeah, 9 of those. We're gonna need to make a part builder. We're gonna need stencil table. We're gonna need the Tinker's station, and that's pretty much it on the tier 1 level. So if you're starting Tinkers, these are the 3 things you're gonna need to start with. We got this to make the wooden aspects of the tools, so to make wooden tools basically. And look, you can see it tells you the durability and the attack damage, and then the handle. The handle here gives you just a little slight bonus on a modified field, which is interesting because the sword guard doesn't. Nor does the cleaver guard or the cross guard. Then you got this to make the patterns itself, and then this one will show you how to make the basic tools. So axe, pickaxe, bows, and a shovel and a hoe mixed together. Right? Let's hope I don't look like a fool. Yeah, there you go. But we will be coming back to those later. There's also in did I make it or not? No, I didn't. So that's tier 1 and tier 2 pretty much sorted. Think of it like that. So this book is now, it'll show us the tier 2 stuff, which is what we'll be using to make. If this is a lot, this may seem like a lot of information. In the comments, in the description, I'll have a link to a PDF file, pretty much filled with everything that I've used today. A whole Tinker's Guide showing you tier 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 materials, how to get some of the materials, where to get them, and what the head and handle bonus give you. So we are looking for a bronze and probably a rose gold handle. Yes. So we're actually going to then need to use this. Or, oh, this slide. No, but here we go. So that is proof. And then each trait, so not each trait, each material you see has a trait. Well, the reason why we want bronze is for that 20% unbreaking. Then we want experience. Well, why not? It gives us extra experience. Personally, I would also like metallic, which is the iron one, because, well, everyone knows iron. It's a reliable material. It's got good speed. It's got everything's good. Interestingly enough, bronze is the same as iron, except it has a higher harvesting tool. Yeah. Now we probably won't be getting too much of a durability increase unless we go with tier 3. So now it's on to the third book. Mighty Smelting. Alright, so we see the Tinker's Anvil. Well, that's what we're gonna start with today. If we come all the way down here, we should, once we make the last block, there you go. We now have the Tinker's Anvil. So we also saw in the Tinker Station, we can make bows, daggers, and all that. Pretty much basic tools. This allows us to create the armor, plate armor, which is an exclusive, upgraded traveler's armor, which I used to think was quite nice, but it's not really ideal. And then the cleaver. And obviously, this is the silly thing. Sword too. Me personally, I don't see why a sword requires an anvil or a station, but it's fine. So yeah, Tinker's armor, where we can forge armor. Tinker's anvil allows us to form the armor and cleaver. Now, here we go. We're gonna need to start with actually making. So now we can get on to the most important part about Tinker's, making it. So I carved out this little bit. You just actually, you start with the smeltery controller. Now, I personally like to have 2 tanks, and throughout this series, I'll hopefully be able to show you why. Obviously then want your basins, and so this allows us to cast out specific items. This will be allowing us to cast out for blocks. Next you want to use, and then then fill in the back. So this has a 3x3. Next you're going to want the drain, so to drain out the fluids. Then you want, I personally like to have a layer of glass. Oh, so okay, cool, good to know. Yeah, I like to personally have a layer of glass. Obviously, it's there. Visual glitches aside, I don't know why it's not showing. We go, oh, and then we put 1, 2, 3. Maybe actually, what we do is we go 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Ah, yeah. So here we go. This is the Tinker's construct. As you can see, the glass allows us to just see in it. And forgot the most important bit: the faucets. Otherwise, how are we gonna get these things out of it? Bang, bang, and bang. So there you go. This is pretty much it all set up. Now, as you can see, it won't actually let me take anything out because, well, there's nothing in there. No lava, which is the next step. But first, let's carry on reading through it. So, yep, it just shows you a guide to it. When you download the add-on and get the mod pack and they open up, you'll have to get these books, obviously. But as you can see, we're going to require lava for it. And then, yeah. Yeah. And then obviously it brings us back to the alloy crafter, which I've turned off recipes so we can see them all. These are all, so for rose gold, ooh, we're going to need raw gold. We might not be able to do that or that. Hold up. We might need to actually go mining before we try all of it. But as you can see, there's all of these, and yes, there is netherite, so that's what this book covers too. Now, we're gonna skip the part about the nether, and we're gonna go to tier 3 materials, where you've got, and here we go. So, one thing that you could do is technically you could melt down, this is the craziest thing, molten diamond. Yes, I said that. Molten diamond. Now, obviously, diamond would be amazing, but we won't be going for it because, well, I don't think we have the diamonds for it. Then you've got your Ardite, Slime Steel, and then we're actually going to hold off, and I'm going to pause it right there because we don't need to know about blazing lava right yet. Yeah, and because this is all about the tier 4 materials. And let's just say we're not ready for that. We need to, if we're gonna go to the nether, we are definitely not ready for the nether. I'm sorry, it is the truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, that, in summary, is pretty much what Tinker's construct is. Now, actually, while we're here, we're gonna organize this chest more. Tired of seeing the cobblestone in there. I didn't realize how much cobblestone we actually had. Jeez Louise. Yeah, we're gonna put all stone related stuff up in this chest, including the seared stuff. So that's Tinker's construct. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another, hopefully, yep, another bucket. Take our two tanks. Realize that we don't even have enough for another. Actually, we do. We have enough for an iron sword. So let's make this because we're gonna need it. So we're gonna need, nope, we're good on food. What else are we gonna need? Nothing else as of right now. Bang and bang. So yep, that pretty much also summarizes what I was able to do in between episodes. Now, this base is nowhere near finished. Let's get that straight. Ideally, I would like to have, like, maybe 3 this further down with like 6 of each type that we're gonna always need. I need to also start decorating it. So we're gonna grab our berries actually and just dump them in here. Oh no, not that. I need that. Dump these in here. I should organize this. Alright. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Alright, then you can go back up there and actually realize my bow. I've got my bow and arrow on me. I've got a couple more arrows in here. Can I make more arrows? Can make more arrows. Interesting. Alright. Didn't think I could. Make 12 more arrows, I think. That might be a smart idea. 1, 2, 3. 12 more arrows. Alright, and now this is gonna be the longest part of this. A journey to find love. I'm not going that way. Alright. We've got base coordinates, that's fine. We're gonna actually try and stick to the highlands. Jeez, there's a lot of cows here. Jeez, there's a lot of cows here. I forgot. I thought, you know, low-key kind of forgot what it's like to be near a village. Usually I don't build near villages. If you're a mending villager, just say good though. If we can get a mending villager, cause while I'm on our way there to get lava, which I actually don't know where we're going. We're gonna go actually, we're gonna need that. And I realized we ain't got bundles on us, so we need to be careful about what we pick up. So 2 things. One, each berry, the reason why I want to keep them is each berry gives us a slight buff. So for example, the iron one, as you can see, gives us resistance, which is really useful, especially in hardcore. Uh, huh. Maybe we try and make our way to our snow biome. But I don't have a bucket of water either, so this is really small, isn't it? But the thing about Tinker's Tools is this might just be a Bedrock exclusive, so if you're on Java, take it with a grain of salt. I'm able to add enchantments which are different to modifiers. We will be making the modifier book, because there's a book that can teach us all about modifiers once we get into, like, today I'm not planning on making any of the tools, if that helps. We're gonna set up everything, and then in between episodes, which at the time of recording this, hopefully the next one can be dropped either Wednesday or Thursday. In between those days, so from now until our next episode, I'm gonna go mining for raw ores. Hopefully not dying. And just basically getting everything ready for next episode where we will be making Tinker's Tool. Just realized in hardcore Minecraft you pretty much always need to be full on hunger. There are better food sources, by the way. Steak actually isn't the best one anymore because of Tinkers. With they introduced jerky. Jerky? No. Jerky. That's such a weird word for me. I don't know why. But basically it's like it's the raw version of food. More or less refined. Not refined, but just dried out. Sounds really gross now that I think about it. I don't know why I came this way. Ow, ow. Why did I pick up berries? Sorry. No, there you go. We're gonna hopefully find lava. Even though it's like the worst biome for it. If anyone knows better biomes, please let me know in the comments. And while you're there, you can actually tell me what your favorite mod is. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we're gonna have to go back because I just realized snow biome. Dev. Snow. I don't think there's gonna be much lava. Something very hot. And a biome known for its cold. Yeah, sometimes I'm really smart. And sometimes I do stuff like that. Jeez. This reminds me of our first episode. Where we had to go, where we actually had to just throw the, at night we survived, with the first night we survived, we had to run all the way to that village. Without knowing that village was there. Thank God it was there though. But yeah, I can't wait. With the Tinker's tools, there's also going to be very specific modifiers I want to add to, especially the pickaxe and the axe. Because then, from that point onwards, we can pretty much start getting our base prepared, actually. Yeah, we can start base, we can build up our base more. Because I want to build an enchant table too, but for that we're going to need diamonds. So we're going to actually build a mine shaft. I feel strip mining might be in our future. I have a feeling strip mining or just straight mining might be the safest bet. So you see these islands, by the way, in the sky? Those are also part of Tinker's Construct. Those are the slime islands. If I wanted to, actually I don't know, do I have the book on me? I do not. But we'll go back and check the second tier or third tier for slime steel. Because slime steel is actually pretty good for durability, I believe. If not mining speed. It's also just something I've never used before. That's like the main reason why. I want to try and use like new materials, not just iron. So, actually gonna grab just a pack of water. Hello, thank you. Realized didn't have one. Oh, I should get one. Might not be worth. This might not be the smartest idea, but I'm curious. There is lava there. Gonna need raw iron. If I'm right, yeah, it's only one. Ah, it's not okay. But actually, should be looking for coal. Or, banging idea actually. Maybe. Just mine up some cobble. Should grab the stack clearly. We're also actually, now that I think about it, gonna need this. Oh no. Right, there you go. Actually, those stagmites are gonna be way easier. Which is the word for these dripstones, stagmites. Keep fourth. Alright, let's get out of here. And just so I don't have to use my pickaxe, so it got rid of my head. That's fine, it's about that sacrifice I do. We'll grab a little bit of this. Because first of all you get so much from it. Like oh yeah, 26 is more than enough actually, because that's 26 bits of let's go. Sorry, this is my channel, not yours. But yeah, sorry about the gap. I was obviously having to. I also, yeah, I'm glad that I skipped showing you. I'm sorry I didn't show you smelting it. It's just for context, we had to smelt like 8 stacks worth of it, which is why I've actually got so much spare. I did bring my sleeping bag. Okay, cool. Alright, we might have to start. What we could do is, to be fair, we can grab that, smelt up one bit of iron, make another iron pickaxe, and start just. Well, actually, if we use that, we'll have enough to use this foundry. Yeah. Oh god. How's it already night time? Thank you. Oh no. Jesus. So yeah, let's do that actually. Oh, grab this bucket of lava. And then yeah, but we can smelt up because that's 1,000 millibuckets, and I think it takes 100 millibuckets to smelt up one. So we can actually get a pretty solid amount. I think we'll be pretty sure I should be able to. So I'm just going everywhere with this. I need to drink some water of this. What the Tinker's construct and why it's useful also is because it allows you to it allows you to no, it allows you to duplicate. Well, yeah, multiply. So the melter, remember the melter? The reason why I wanted to skip that immediately is because that only multiplies it by 1.5. Or it's like a multiplier of one, pretty much. The smeltery allows you to I, like, allergic to water apparently. Jesus. No. Allows you to multiply by 2. Big difference. So 22 turns into 44. In fact, we have one ingot back at home. We can get 45 ingots worth. Or 5 blocks. Do you see? Tinkers has been known to be kind of broken in that sense because, well, multiplying it by 2 3 means, oh, well, you don't need to work half as hard. No, in fact, you have to work twice as hard for some of it. I'm trying to find a farmer. There's so many farmers nearby, but I'm trying to find one that only accepts wheat. But I feel like because of the amount of hay bales, yeah, no. I don't think that's like a contender. I think that's just a fact that's occurred. Really? No. Did I really take out all the coal of this in this world? Nope. Thank you. Because this pickaxe that we got from the day survive thing has mending. And if you aren't aware, mending is broken because it allows us to repair. Oh wow, we found more iron. Yeah, mending is the most broken enchant. And that's why I would like to get mending on my pickaxes, my tinker's pickaxe, because that's gonna be really sick if it works. I don't know. I think they might have patched it, so I'm not 100% sure. But jeez, sorry. Can we just admire the surroundings right now? I didn't deep how. I actually haven't looked at this. I should grab a map and just make a map of this once we get like better things. But yeah, and once we get back, I'll make the cauldron in that and show you how. We'll start just slowly making more lava. We'll start with. Well, actually, might have to end it here then, because I don't know. Well, while we wait for that, we can set up more of a farm for the. Well, we can make the modifier book and the encyclopedia actually, which pretty much summarizes what. Ooh, Ooh! There's some lava down here. Let me put my shirt on, you know. Okay, well. No, but there is so much iron, Jesus. This is why oh, and there is coal. Just a little bit, though. What we could do is, actually, it might be worth also setting up a carrot farm then. Because clearly there's a lot of villagers that would buy carrots, both in our village there and in that village. Which is actually the village I want to take over. I want to, like, build around. I think that could be quite sick. No way is that going to me. I was about to say. There's also a reason why I haven't chopped down that spruce tree. Because I'm waiting for Tinker's tool. So that's how we're gonna get jerky. Let me. How much iron do I have right now? None. Well, one nugget. Okay, yeah, so pretty much none. Okay, let me clear out my inventory and build up a rudimentary. Oh, big word, Dev. Pointed dripstone farm. Yeah. So first, I'm gonna make the book. Put that back. There's a lot of farm potential that we've got. There you go. So 2 diamonds. Then the paper, book, and then the modifiers. Which, by the way, if a book is costing you that much, it better read to me. I'm just saying, how expensive a diamond is that? Wow, that was actually a lot more than I was expecting. Berries wise, it's gold that's actually letting us down the most. Honestly. So yeah, let me smelt up 5. Should be enough. But okay, so here's the modifier. Once again, shield goes. And oh, so the template itself also costs a diamond, which is why we won't be able to get that many. There's 2 that we could look for straight away. One is explosive, which as you can see allows us to mine a 3x3. Here we go. Here we go. So it actually tells us. So yeah, we got lucky, explosive, knockback, right, which could actually be quite nice. But explosive, mine's a 3x3, and then wait, next page, yeah, next page, it's ult mine. Allows it to, it's like vein miner pretty much, which will be really nice. So I'm thinking what we do is, well, first of all, we put these 2 back. I'm not going to be able to use them. And we mine this little, no we don't. Oh yeah, we mine this bay out, but we won't, well yeah, actually, we might as well use it here then. So yeah, modifier, we're going to need the modifier bench, removing modifiers, still cost a diamond. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Tinker's Construct, all summarized. And, well, there's a lot more, obviously. But for now, that would give you the most basic understanding. So if we increase this to another 5, while we're at it, we can make... Oh, wait, what? Is it 7? 3, 6, 7. So 14, 21, 6 more. Okay. Jesus. I really need to get a new controller, clearly. But pretty much how it'll work, this farm is super rudimentary. 1, 2, 3, don't like that. And we can't actually because of that logs there. What if we went this way? Wow, Wow, if that's not a reason to like and subscribe, I don't know what is. And it's a two vein. That's okay. Wasn't by the way planned at all. Uh, I'm glad I caught that on camera. Jeez. So that is two that way, so we're gonna need to go two this way. And yeah, that's how we're gonna make it pretty much. So it'll be, and these four can actually be mined in. If we then put that there, so right, block it off one by one. There you go. No, actually, that wouldn't be neat then. I'm trying to do this in the safest way possible. So the lava is there. Underneath that, dripstone, dripstone, dripstone. And now we grab. Can't believe we got emeralds. Jeez, now we can actually make those two Ultraman tablets, which is gonna be great. I'm right. Yeah, wait, that's perfect. Okay. So now what we can do is we can put these three here. Three. We can light this place up because I don't want mobs spawning in here. Jesus. That would be a great wake up, isn't it? So now what will happen is they will slowly get turned into lava, water, water, I believe. No, wait, no. Hold up. I don't think so because there's nothing above it. So we should actually be fine. One sec. Nine. So it takes a whole day pretty much. Yeah, okay. So this will take pretty much the day, whole day. Hmm. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna start. I want to slowly make one for each of these, and then that would be really nice, really sick, and also helpful. Which means we're gonna have to do a lot more exploring, aren't we? So we technically have one gold ingot, by the way, and this is the reason why I'm keeping these is, well, we need it for enchants. But if you look, we can actually just straight up make enchantment bottles, which is actually we can make two. Why not? Let's see. So let's compare something. One of these fills up. Okay, wait. So we're just about under halfway. It goes to the. Okay, so it goes just a little bit further, half the bar. This. That filled up the bar. Okay, it's pretty worth it. But honestly, the reason why I want to keep using the enchant bottles is because of our pickaxe. So now, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go one, two. How many blocks is this? This is a three in between. So if we say one, two, three, three straight, and one there, one there. I'm gonna just start clearing all this out to fail. So one, two. We're gonna need. So we're gonna need dirt. Two, three, one, two, three, and then we're also gonna need barrels. barrels platforms. But I think that might be, unfortunately, where we end it. Can I sleep? I can. And as I sleep,